Good afternoon. Man, it is exciting to kind of be at this point of development. It's time to get this group in the stadium and compete against some unfamiliar guys, to be in game-like circumstances and have to deal with some of the transitional things associated with play. In practice is game-like. Drills are coordinated and organized, and so just to see their ability to move and function fluidly in the midst of actual play is a significant step. No question the performances under those circumstances are weighted more heavily than they are in these circumstances, and so we're really excited about that. We have a template or a framework in which we'd like to attack this in terms of participation in divisional labor. We got every intention of maybe the first group playing a quarter, the second group's playing second and third quarter, and then the third group playing the fourth quarter. There'll be some bleeding, if you will, of the guys. If there's a first teamer that lacks experience, he may play into the second quarter. If there's a third teamer who's on the come with some upside, he might get in the game in the third quarter, things of that nature. It's not going to be hard lines. We're going to do what we feel is appropriate. Our goal is to come out of this game giving everybody an opportunity to show what they're capable of and gain a better understanding of their play under real football-like circumstances, and so that's exciting. We got every intentions of playing the three quarterbacks. How much is to be determined. A lot of some of the hard and fast things that you guys might, be interested in. As I sit here today, I'm just not going to have the answers for. We're highly conscious that we got to practice this afternoon, and every time you snap that ball this afternoon, it could change plans. And so we have a template, and we'll finalize some of those things this evening after we get off this practice field today. Today's a big day. I'd be doing today a disservice if I started looking too much ahead. We got a Steelers versus Steelers padded practice today, and that's significant. But guys will have an opportunity to show what they're capable of. I'm excited. The return men, we got a lot of people to look at there. The specialists, got a lot of people to look at there. Game-like circumstances is going to be big for all of those type parties as well. So I'll pause and open it up for questions.
So, Mike, will Mitch start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then will you go? And then the other two, you don't know the order of those guys?
It's probably the way it's played out here to this point. Like I mentioned to you guys, I wasn't going to be blowing in the wind regarding the quarterback rotation. We've been thoughtful about giving guys an opportunity to work in different groups, but our intentions are to play them this first time out very much the way we started this process.
How do you measure success in this preseason game for the three quarterbacks?
Moving the unit, taking care of the football.
Will the first team offensive line maybe go a little longer, or are you just going to keep them all?
Again, I'll make those determinations after we get off the field today, but I'm not really thinking about anyone as a particular unit. I'm thinking about men within the unit. If there's a guy that needs additional reps within that unit, I'm open to giving it to him. If I feel like an individual does not, I won't. Every rep is precious, and we got a lot of people. We got 90 guys to sort through, and so you better look at it from an individual basis as opposed to small collectives within the group.
Mike, do you weigh at all who the guys are playing against? Do you look at the opponent? Is it a first, second, or third team guy?
I got no control over who or how much Pete plays his guys, so I'm less concerned about that, to be honest with you.
Coach, you had mentioned that there were a lot of players that you were looking at for the return game. For the return specialist. Was there any person in particular that would take advantage of that opportunity this early in preseason?
All of them are viable. We mean what we say when we say we don't care about what means guys get here. They'll be given an opportunity to show what they're capable of. And so return space is a space that history tells me that I'm always open to potentially being surprised. And so I'm excited about it.
Mitch has been atop the quarterback depth chart since OTAs. What have Mason and Kenny really showed you that they can possibly earn some more first-team reps?
They're doing what we're asking them to do. They're taking care of the ball. They're moving their units. They're doing the unofficial things that come with quarterback position in terms of leadership. They're doing a nice job. And again, I'll be quite honest with you guys. I only provide depth charts because I have to. That's what this process is about. And I think you do this process a disservice oftentimes when you read too much in the depth charts at this juncture, particularly when we haven't even been in the stadium yet.
Mike, Jerry O said the other day he's looking for somebody to distinguish himself as a leader in the inside linebacker. He's hoping that happens against Seattle. Do you agree, and how do you define leadership in that role?
I'm not worried about leadership at that position. We got enough candidates, and the play will reveal it. Much like quarterback, inside linebacker, there's certain unofficial responsibilities that come with that job, and all of those guys have been playing that position, know and understand that, and are displaying that.
Mike, you've had a chance to look at some guys with Najee out. How do you feel about the depth with your running backs?
I like it. I like what they've displayed out here. I'm really interested in watching them in stadium, and obviously ball security is a component of that position that is non-negotiable. And so you get those guys in the stadium and you get a chance to see their second effort and the things that you do in game-like circumstance. They need to do those things while, safeguarding the football.
Anybody ruled out yet, Mike?
Not at this point. I'm always going to have an inclusive mentality. Obviously, if somebody has missed a significant amount of practice time, I probably won't play them because I'm setting them up for failure. But at this point, all of those that are working in some capacity, I'm having an inclusive mentality.
What about your new waiver pickup? What do you know about him, and would he be able to be ready to go?
I just walked off the field with him and got to meet him a little bit. I remember when he came out in the draft, he was a guy that had our attention. He's an outside linebacker body type. I think he had 14 sacks his junior year at Oregon State, and that captured our attention. But it's a get-to-know process, and we'll be excited about giving him an opportunity to show himself to us. He's a guy that's not a rookie. He's been in this thing, so I'm hopeful that he can learn fast enough to be a contributor in some form or fashion Saturday.
About Kenny Pickett, what can you learn about seeing him face a live NFL defense that you haven't done throughout the process?
A lot. A lot. I mean, this guy hadn't been in a live pocket yet. None of the quarterbacks have. And that component of it is significant in terms of their play, their ability to operate and make decisions in a timely manner, their ability to absorb the punishment that comes with the game and the position. There's so much involved in live quarterback play, their ability to protect the football. And so it's a big opportunity for him and others.
Mike, you guys last year struggled at times against the run. Do you feel like your front seven this year, you've addressed that, and I mean, obviously you don't see a ton of padded practice anymore because of the rules, but you see them enough. Do you feel good about that?
Yeah, I'm not worried about what transpired last year. I feel good about the collection that we have and what they've shown thus far in that area, certainly. I expect us to be dominant.
Anyone else?
Mike, where did you come up with the idea about the way you feed the guys, the offense versus defense? How did that come about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a nice, but have you done like little incentive things like that before, just to kind of juice it up?
I just think in this setting, it's important that we're innovative and open-minded regarding creating a competitive environment.
You came up with that on your own, and you borrowed it from someone?
Again, I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyone else? All right.